Oh, Alfred. Pleasure to see you again, old friend. Likewise. I apologize Bruce couldn't see you tonight. I've come on his behalf. Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping he could make it. Yes, well, it's hard to get him out of the mansion some days. Well, I hope he's alright, because I do really want to see him, and soon. I have an offer that should interest him. Indeed. What kind of an offer? Have a seat. Well, as it's been 10 years since Thomas was taken away from us, I started reminiscing about what it was like in the old days. He'd work overtime in the hospital and then spend his free time proposing project after project back here. Ever since he's been gone, there's just nobody here to push us to our limits anymore. Well, you have more than your fair share of contributions to this city. I'm no Thomas Wayne. He didn't want us to think like that. Sure, but I figured, who's best to pull from than the man himself? So I ran through some of his old files and found this. The Thomas Wayne Foundation. A non-profit charity organization that will fund anything from infrastructure projects, schools, hospitals, homeless shelters, orphanages, you name it. This is wonderful. How come Thomas never went forward with this? He never got to finalize it, but I put on the finishing touches. It's good to go. Even after he's gone, it's still like he's looking over this city. This is why I invited Bruce. I wanted to be part of it. Really? How? He'd do wonders for our campaign. This would be him carrying on his father's legacy. And besides, how many more years do I have left in this business? Bruce has come of age. Sooner or later he's gonna have to take over the company. This would be a fantastic start. It would be. I always hoped something like this would come along. I tried to get him more involved in the company this past months, but he's been busy. Pressured by Thomas, though. It's not something he can just wave off. I'll talk to him. Very good. Not now, Mary. Excuse me, Alfred. Simon! Oh, God.
What do we got?
One shot to the chest. The assistant was found in the bathroom with her throat cut. Sully's looking into the security footage right now.
And the witness?
Alfred Pennyworth. He's outside the room.
Mr. Pennyworth?
Yes, sir. Alfred.
Lieutenant Gordon, I'd like to ask some questions.
Certainly.
Could you tell me what happened exactly?
Mr. Matthews and I were having a meeting. Someone knocked at the door. Matthews opened and then the killer shot him.
He didn't fire at you?
No, sir. I don't believe he saw me. I was hiding behind the chair.
Did you get to look at the killer?
He had a red mask and a cape.
He did?
Excuse me. Sal's been asked for you. They got the security footage working.
It was the Red Hood.
Looks like it.
How'd he bypass Wayne security?
I have no idea. He's not using a card. It's like he knew the codes to every door that stood in his way.
Where is the chief of security? Shouldn't he be here?
I looked through the footage. He left the building at approximately 10:30 p.m., almost 4 hours before his shift was supposed to be over.
Looks like we got a lead.
Jim, do you really want to take this case?
I'm gonna do my job, like I always do.
Look, back when this guy used to go on killing sprees, he would retaliate against cops that went after him.
I'm not afraid of ghost stories, Sully. He's just another criminal.
Alfred! Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have sent you. I should have met Sam myself.
Nonsense. If you were here, you could have gotten hurt.
We both know that's not true. I won't take that chance. Your safety is my responsibility. Who did this? The Red Hood, robbery, homicide, linked to the murder of politicians, cops, and wealthy businessmen. I remember seeing him on the news when I was a kid. Yes, 2012 saw a series of particularly gruesome murders attributed to the Red Hood. His most notable victim, however, dates back to 1994, the infamous Luigi Moroni. From high society members to gangsters, what's the connection? Supposedly, a Red Hood was apprehended 9 years ago. Alan Nathan, former Chase Logistics employee, caught trying to steal money from his employers. A police investigation revealed he had an alibi for the 2012 murders, thus he was only charged with attempted robbery. He was released 3 years ago. A copycat. Perhaps the real Red Hood has returned. Perhaps I should pay this Alan Nathan a visit. Mr. Wayne, I know you like to partake in your bi-nightly adventures, but this might be a tad out of your league, no? Shouldn't we let the police handle this? Like they handled my parents' case. Very well then. May I ask how you intend to find this Alan Nathan? I'll head to Chase Logistics. They should have a file on him. Surely you don't expect them to just give you the file, sir?
This is Lieutenant Goerg, GCPD. I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Did you get anything?
She said Reynolds came back home yesterday at 3 p.m. Talked about getting a job offer regarding security systems.
You think it was paid off to let the crime occur?
I don't know. Possibly. Get someone to patrol the building. He could return. I mean, back to the station.
More details are being revealed concerning the murder of Wayne Enterprises CEO Simon Matthews. According to the GCPD, the killer wore a red mask and a cape, the description of which matches the infamous Red Hood killer responsible for numerous homicides spanning several decades.
Crap.
Good call.
Wait, please!
9 years ago, you were arrested for robbery dressed as the Red Hood. Last night, a good man was killed by someone wearing the same mask you did.
I don't know anything about that.
The packed bag and the loaded M1911 talk differently.
Listen, man, their people might come after me if I talk.
They might, but I bet you'll have a better chance of fending them off without a broken hand.
Okay, just let me breathe. Look, I didn't kill that CEO guy. I made a mistake once and I believe I paid for it.
You're in possession of a legal firearm as a convicted felon. Was that also a mistake?
I told you that people might come after me. Hell, if some crazy like you broke into my apartment, I bet they have a hitman on me already.
Who?
I don't know. Years ago, some Goodfellas looking guys approached me to do a job for them. All they wanted me to do was steal some money from my boss. They gave me the outfit, I got caught, end of story.
That's not good enough. Why are you so afraid that they'll come after you?
Listen, I know about the Red Hood. I know about all the guys he's killed.
You knew all that and still took the job.
Nobody could have said no to the sum they offered. They even paid me a little extra for no questions asked.
Where did they hire you?
Yeah, it was a bar in the East End. Uncle Moretti's. But you won't find anything there. It's probably closed by now. What? Dude, who the hell are you?
Leave Gotham. You're in bigger danger than you realize. Nathan was hired at a bar in the East End. Now, Nathan didn't communicate much with his employers, but he did suspect them to be mobsters. 9 years ago, there wasn't a business in the East End that wasn't in some way connected to the Falcone crime family. Luigi Moroni, Carmine Falcone's greatest rival, was killed by the Red Hood. Exactly. And it's not just him. Adam Woods, real estate owner, killed in 1996. Falcone bought out his assets from the family. Harry Trent, prosecuted as suspected Falcone associate Paul Anello, gets killed in 1999. The Red Hood works for the Falcones. Hard to imagine Simon angering the mob. I'll look into it. As for you, Master Bruce, I suggest you get some sleep. It's been a long night.
See you tomorrow, Sully.
Good night.
It's okay. He's gone now.
Jesus, Sully, had any sleep? No, I was working all night. All night? Since when is that a thing? I was looking over Mark Reynolds' history, checking for any past incidents in the company. Uh-huh. What? I mean, I seem to remember hearing you complain last week that Gordon was screwing up your sleeping schedule. He'd never stay in for a case. What's this all about? I don't feel safe out there, that's all. Is this about the Red Hood?
Yeah.
Listen, don't worry so much. Gordon's one tough cop. He's gonna find that clown in no time. Ah, speak of the devil.
Hey, Merkel.
Hey, Jim. Good luck with the case. So, how's the family doing?
They're okay now. A bit shaken, but they'll pull through.
What are you talking about?
I had a run-in with the Red Hood last night. Word must have got out. Luckily, the neighbors called the police and they arrived just in time. I even got a shot at him, but he got away.
Jim, we need to stop this. Someone else is gonna get killed if you don't. This doesn't only affect you, man. I mean, what if this crazy comes after me? Or Barbara? Can't we ignore protocol just this once?
You know, when I was a rookie, back in Chicago, I was assigned to an officer who was already in the force for about 2 years. He brought me on one of his patrols to show me the ropes. Dispatch radioed in an address that was like 2 blocks away, wanted us to check on a domestic violence call. I was about to respond, until my partner grabbed the radio and told me no. He said the address belonged to his friend. Said he doesn't want to ruin his life. I'll talk to him that they'll hash it out. And I listened to him. In the morning, the friend's wife turned up dead. He killed her. She died because of me, because I didn't follow protocol.
Look,
After that, I promised myself there is no case I will not take. There is no person I'll not go after. So Sully, you're a good guy. You've been a good partner. But I'm gonna ask you something for hopefully the last time. Don't ask me to drop this case. If you do, I'm gonna transfer you to someone else.
Good morning, Alfred. Good afternoon, sir. I slept that long? You always do. Any progress? Indeed. Turns out Carmine Falcone has retired, and the current head of Falcone Imports is a person named Eric Friedman. What do we know about him? I'm afraid not much apart from Falcone Imports' official statement. They said he started working in the warehouse, moved up the ranks, and throughout the years ended up as Falcone's protege. Falcone chose him over his sons? Yes, sir. As for Simon, I couldn't find any connection between him and the mob. You could pay Wayne Tower a visit. Perhaps a closer look at Simon's activities in the past months could bring some more answers. Finding out how exactly the Red Hood slipped past Wayne's security wouldn't hurt either. Also, without an acting CEO, Wayne Enterprises is currently a bit paralyzed. Who's the new favorite for leadership? It's you, Bruce. Very funny, Alfred. Master Bruce, despite your recent reshuffling of priorities, you've been mentored for this position for years. The company needs you. The company needs someone like my father. Someone like Matthews. I can't be what you want me to be, Alfred. I'm not like them. This isn't about me telling you what you should or shouldn't be. Both Thomas and Simon wanted you to be their successor. All I did was try to prepare you for it. I couldn't do it even if I wanted to. Not until the Red Hood is brought to justice. I understand you won't change your mind on this, but at least meet with someone who could run the company until you're ready. Who? Someone you can trust Wayne Enterprises with, perhaps someone from Simon's circle. Do you have any suggestions? As a matter of fact, I do. How far ahead is Wayne Security over other encryption software? Well, I've done everything in my power to make it the best on the market. Before we had Wayne Security, we used the in-depth program. Did its job, can't really complain. So why the change? In-depth's owners tried to gain influence in Wayne Enterprises. After that, Thomas Wayne cut ties with them and asked me to create an equivalent to in-depth. We never had a security breach until Matthews. Yeah. Somehow that Red Hood bastard got access to the master key. What's it do? The master key was created for software developers to bypass any Wayne security firewall in case of an error. Shouldn't the master key be changed then? That was my recommendation, but it's not that simple. See, the way the master key is integrated into the system, any change to it will require extensive realignment on behalf of everyone else using the program. That's why I never got the authorization from above. Would my authorization be enough? I mean, we can't let our security be compromised, can we? I suppose not. I'll start working on a new master key right away. Mr. Fox, if the old code ever gets used again, I want to know about it. Discreet-like. Very well.
What do you got from Merkel?
A match in Reynolds' vehicle.
Jesus.
Some kids found the car while playing.
Damn. There goes our lead.
Any idea what he was doing here?
His wife said he had a job offer. Perhaps this was it. The Red Hood lured him in with promises, got the codes, and covered his tracks.
You're not giving up, are you?
No. A lack of consequences allows these thugs to form a myth of invincibility around themselves. If I give up, I'd only legitimize it even more.
He said something similar back when Lobo was commissioner.
Now he's in jail.
There he is.
A Wayne Tower employee has been found torched inside his car in the Narrows. The car was identified as belonging to Mark Reynolds, the Wayne Tower's chief of security. According to our sources, Reynolds left the building 4 hours earlier before his shift had concluded, and that mere 2 hours later, the Wayne Enterprises CEO Simon Matthews was shot dead inside his office. This begs the question.
I trust then that the visit to Wayne Tower was a success. I met Mr. Fox. Gifted man. I've also acquired Matthews' files. Did you have a look at them, sir? I did. There's nothing. Fintech company acquisitions, project approvals, regular multi-billion-dollar company management. I'm starting to think perhaps Matthews didn't anger Friedman at all. What are you getting at? I have a hunch, but I don't know yet.
This gruesome murder follows a shooting that occurred yesterday night, where a man wearing a red mask opened fire at Jim Gordon outside his apartment. Though the GCPD lieutenant was unharmed, the rapidly increasing frequency of the Red Hood sightings is making Gothamites brace for yet another killing spree.
Another attack. He tried to kill a cop. Perhaps the police are starting to step on their tail. That'd be a first, but the Hood is doing what he's always done. Maintaining his image as a bad omen for the people of this city. It's time to give the evildoers of Gotham a symbol to fear as well. Yeah, I can pick up the groceries if you want to. I'll be back in around 7. Alright, bye-bye.
No, crap!
What's wrong?
The code's invalid. They reset everything.
What the hell, man? You said the codes would work.
Get the kid over here. I'll do this manually.
Come on, man. The boss will have our heads.
Pipe down. Damn, we in security. This bastard's gonna be tough.
Have the alarms been tripped?
The jammer's working fine. We ain't meeting the cops tonight. Alright. Let's get back on schedule. Drive.
You know what, Red? You really had me scared there for a while.
You don't know the half of it. Without the master key, this should have been a bust. I've tried bypassing Wayne's security before.
And?
My device had a 19% success rate.
What the hell's going on? Some psycho's chasing us! He's on the van!
Who the hell are you? Who's the Red Hood? I ain't telling you nothing. I got a lawyer. Want a wheelchair too? Who's the Red Hood? I don't know. I never saw him without the mask. Who are you working for? Friedman. Eric Friedman.
We apprehended 2 suspects involved in the Gothway robbery.
Suspected of killing a security guard and breaking into one of the vaults. As they were fleeing the scene, it appears something blew the tires and they crashed into a bus stop.
Sir, is it true that the suspects were taken down by a vigilante?
All we can say is a third party interfered with their escape.
The GCPD appreciates any Gothamite doing their civic duty in accordance with the law.
Master Bruce, are you alright? Agrees, Marvel. Otherwise I'm fine. The Red Hood escaped, but the money was still in the van and we know now for sure that Eric Friedman is behind all this. The question still remains, why? I may have something on that. The master key was triggered at the panel for Vault 20, and according to bank records, it's supposed to be empty. No one has registered to store money there. Who runs that bank? Rick Norman. He lives at 2024 Little Sicily Street.
What are you? About an hour ago, a group of thugs tried to steal $10 million from your bank. Vault 20 is not registered to anyone. Who was holding the money there? Baroni. I'll make sure Wayne Enterprises knows about this. Say goodbye to your job, Norman.
A Batman.
Well, that's what they've been saying. Forensics also found this. The suspects say this will blew the tires.
Great. Like we didn't have enough costumed freaks running around the city.
If what they're saying is true, then this bad guy derailed a major heist. One of the witnesses told Merkel that he saw the Red Hood escape from the crash site. And we found a military-grade jammer in the van. Very few in Gotham could afford that kind of hardware.
Do we have surveillance from the bank?
No, the jammer corrupted several security systems, including the alarms. Frankly, if not for this Batman, we wouldn't even have any leads.
Alright, Gordon. I'm gonna need you to question them again. Find out who they're working for.
Merkel, the whole surveillance system is down. Whose shift was it?
Leonard's, I think. Oh, hey, Gordon, what's up?
Gordon, stop! You son of a bitch! Do you realize what you've done?
Hey, I was having a smoke!
Get off me!
Any breakthroughs, sir? Norman talked. Said he was working with Salvatore Moroni. Friedman's target. But why did the Red Hood kill Simon? Gothway is a Wayne Enterprises subsidiary. They must have suspected that Moroni and Matthews were working together. They had him killed to destabilize the company and get the master key to access the vault. What's your next move? All things point to Friedman knowing who the Red Hood is. But if I can connect him with the Gothway robbery, I can put him down for good. And I suspect you already know how. The robbers were using a military-grade jammer. If I can find a manifest or a proof of purchase with Friedman's signature, he'll go behind bars. Wouldn't that require you breaking into Falcone Import's headquarters? It would.
Listen, I know how it sounds. You want to infiltrate one of the most heavily guarded mob hangouts in the city. You're not ready for this. You nearly broke your hand on your first day. I've allowed this fantasy to go on for too long. The only fantasy that's been going on for too long was the one I've been living in for 10 years. Putting my faith in a corrupt system to do the job I was clearly more qualified in doing. My parents will never get the justice they deserve. But I am this close to bringing in Matthews' killer, and I refuse to allow you to stop me. You won't do anyone any good if you get yourself killed trying to take on the world by yourself. What do you want from me, Alfred? To do nothing? The only thing I want is to never bear the pain of witnessing Thomas Wayne's son throw away his future. My future was thrown away when a coward with a gun decided to take everything from me. Then who are you really doing this for? Your parents or yourself?
Hello?
Lieutenant Gordon, I have information on the Gothway robbery. Meet me on the roof in 2 minutes.
Thought you were the Red Hood.
No. Just a Gothamite doing his civic duty.
So you're the Batman.
Before the police arrived at the scene, one of the robbers slipped the name of a superior.
He did? Who?
Eric Friedman.
Well, that would explain the jammer.
It would take a proof of purchase to tie Friedman with it.
Nah, that's impossible. Even if we got a warrant to search his headquarters, the evidence would be deleted the second they found out we were intending to snoop around.
Which is why I'm not gonna give them the chance.
Can't say I agree with your methods, but can't argue with your results. What do you want from me?
I need you to receive the evidence as soon as I get it out of the building. You must arrest Friedman before they get a second to catch their breath. Take this. I will contact you as soon as I obtain the files.
Good luck.
What the hell? What the? What's wrong with the power? Yeah, some idiot shut it off.
No, stay away!
The night of reckoning has come, Friedman. But first, you're gonna tell me who the Red Hood is.
I don't know.
Don't play games with me, I know he works for you!
I swear I don't know. There's only one man who might.
You're the president of Falcone Imports, and you expect me to believe that you don't know who your favorite assassin is?
I only run secondary operations. My boss, he's the real president.
Who? Carmine?
Oswald Cobblepot. He's the only one who's dealt with him in person.
Where is he? What does he want?
He's been planning this for years. He had a list of people he wanted to get rid of. He saved the last two for tonight.
Maroni and who else?
How did you...
Who else?
Falcone. The Red Hood is going after him.
I heard gunfire. Should get Friedman?
We have a bigger problem. Friedman's only a puppet. Oswald Cobblepot is the real person running Falcone Imports. He's gonna kill Maroni while the Red Hood takes out Falcone.
Shit. How about the evidence?
Here, it has everything. Weapons purchases, money laundering schemes, the names of bright cops. More than enough to put Friedman and Cobblepot down.
Well, you haven't failed me so far. Let's move in on Friedman.
There's no time. Cobblepot and the Hood could already beat their targets.
Fine, I'm going after the Hood.
Not a chance. That scumbag's mine.
If Cobblepot's the one pulling the strings, he'll just get someone else to replace him. You can't let that happen.
I said, he's mine.
I thought you were here to help. Falcone! Sal Maroni sends his regards. Get rid of this dog. Let's go.
What's going on? Boss, we're under attack. We need to get out of here. Get to the door. Get out of here.
Hold it right there, Sal.
What do you want? Money?
No thanks. Always done more with less. Tell me something. The name Tucker Cobblepot ring a bell?
You must be Oswald.
Impressed? Wouldn't expect you to take a closer look at your victim's background.
Listen, what happened with your father was an accident. The target was Falcone. Tucker got in the way. If you had any sense, you'd go after Falcone yourself. I know what he did. He rewarded your father's loyalty by stealing all his money. Your money.
Oh, you don't gotta worry about Falcone, Sal. He'll get what's coming to him. Besides, don't stand here and act like you're better than him. You didn't help my family when we left to live off scraps. Everything I've accomplished, I had to work for. Now I've got Falcone imports in my pocket. Think it's time for a rebrand, no? Falcone, Maroni. Tomorrow, these names will be history. End of the line, Sal.
Oswald, what will this achieve? The cops are already on their way. This is madness.
This is my father's vengeance.
Get out.
You self-righteous freak. You think of some vigilante? Don't you know who that is, what he's done? If you're gonna take anyone, take him.
You're no better than him.
He killed my father. He deserves what's coming to him.
How many have to pay for his sins? Matthews, Reynolds, your own men, his.
Matthews was working with him. I had no choice.
And neither do I. Have fun in Blackgate.
A small price to pay for what I'm gonna accomplish.
You've accomplished nothing.
Oh, we'll see who's laughing tomorrow.
I'm sure Carmine will want to know all about it after I get him to keep you company.
How'd you... Friedman...
Ain't no entry without a warrant. Violators will be prosecuted.
Go ahead.
Hey, what the hell?
Excuse me. You know where Falcone is?
He's in the room to the right.
Thanks. Hey, I'm a cop. Let me through.
Easy.
You know, get somewhere safe. I have it on a good authority. Someone's gonna try to kill you tonight.
You know who I am? You doubt my security?
It's the Red Hood.
You serious?
GCPD, the party's over. Form a line and get out of the building. Prepare to be searched and questioned outside.
Shit. Get him out of here. I'll handle this. What the hell happened? Who invited this guy?
I'm sorry, Sully spilled the beans.
Son of a...
Get down on the ground.
The suspect escaped. He's in a yellow cab fleeing north to 39th Street.
Let's move. Remind me to kill Sully and Brennan if he escapes.
Move south. You turn west. Spot a yellow taxi cab heading north.
Hands where I can see him.
What's the problem, officer?
The hell? Suspect's heading east. We got him.
Oh, Jesus. Are you alright?
Yeah, I think so.
Did you see the driver?
Take a look for yourself.
Did you get Cobblepot?
Yeah. The cops picked him up shortly after. Maroni's safe.
You did the right thing.
Thank you.
the hell's going on?
Damien Sully, you're under arrest for taking bribes from Eric Friedman. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have a right to an attorney. If you don't have an attorney, one will be provided for you to understand these rights.
You did it.
I did. But you were right about me.
You are more than capable of getting the job done, sir. I was just concerned for your safety. That's not what I meant. What is it then? I thought that by catching the hood I'd get some sort of closure. That I'd do good on a broken promise to find my parents' killer. I was angry. And lost. But that doesn't give me the right to take the law into my own hands to wear this. The only right I have, if any, to do that, is to make this city a better place. A place which my parents would have wanted it to be. A place in which they wouldn't have been taken away. I'm proud of you, Bruce. And I'm glad to hear your heart's in the right place. But you can't expect to change this city with your fists alone. No, I can't. It'll take cops, lawyers, judges, people I can trust. Even if I fail. And this city is destined to become a battleground. I'd rather it not be one between feuding families, killing each other over petty vengeance or profits. Instead, one where the people of Gotham strive for a hopeful future. If this is your choice, then I will help you. Thanks, Alfred. I suppose I ran out of excuses to keep dodging Wayne Enterprises meetings. If you intend to get some work done in Wayne Enterprises, I may have something that should interest you. After my father was killed, Mr. Matthews had some large shoes to fill. But when faced with difficult challenges, he maneuvered Wayne Enterprises out of every crisis it faced, leaving it stronger than it was before. It is our job to use that strength beyond the confines of this company and uplift this city which we call home. Which is why I'm proud to announce the Thomas Wayne Foundation, a non-profit charity organization with a mission to help and improve the lives of Gotham's people. Our first step to accomplish that is to provide financial assistance to the families of the Red Hood's victims.
Cobblepot, Lieutenant Goerg wants to see you. Moving, Penguin Wayne gone all day. Who was he? Vicky Vale, next question. You face some pretty serious charges, Oswald. If you don't cooperate, your chances of ever seeing the sun again are gonna be slim. Look, I don't know who he is, but I can tell you what I know. I'm all ears. 3 months ago, I came back home and found that red domehead sitting in my chair. Thought I was dead. Turns out he wanted information on Falcone. As we kept talking, it became obvious that we both shared the estates for the old man. So we made a deal. He helps me take care of Maroni, I help him get into Falcone's residence.
And you didn't try to find out who he was?
Oh, I tried. But the guy was good. I valued his anonymity. Seems the trend has caught on in the city. I figured Falcone ripped him off somehow. He had a knack for that.
I don't get it, Cobblepot. Your father gave his life to save Falcone. Why'd you hate him so much?
My father's loyalty to Carmine was always one-sided. He hated my family, and left me and my mom with nothing after Pop died.
Why?
It's a long story.
I ain't going anywhere.
Very well. The Falcones first came to America after Mussolini pushed them out of Italy back in the 20s. My grandfather, Luciano Conti. He served in the Italian army in World War II. Got captured in El Alamein. Spent 2 years in a UK POW camp after. Wasn't all bad though. Met a local girl named Anne. She was a volunteer at the camp. Taught him how to speak English. First thing he said to her after he learned how to put a sentence together was, "It was worth getting captured to meet you." After the war, they got married and moved to the States to start a new life. Ian took up Anne's last name. Became Luca Cobblepot. But the Falcones knew who he was, and they held a grudge. My father was an ambitious and loyal man, but he was naive to think that he could climb any higher than he was allowed. Not even in death would those Sicilians forgive him for being a Conti.
You said your grandfather fought in Alamein.
Yeah, he was a Bersaglieri.
My grandfather was in Alamein too. 51st Highland.
No shit. Small world. Mr. Gordon, I came here because I wanted to thank you for saving my life. And I wanted to tell you that if you ever need anything, you know who to call. No thanks. With friends like you, who needs enemies? Freeman used the chaos to flee the city, maybe even the country. Left the company up for grabs. If the old man or his sons move in, regaining the assets is going to cost them time and money.
Not a good day for Gotham's criminal underworld.
No, it ain't. Maroney's scared stiff. He's moving the syndicate underground and suspending his more risky operations. Going after him is going to be tough. He's not going to make the same mistakes Cobblepot made.
I'll keep an eye on him. There's a hotshot lawyer who's determined to see Maroney behind bars. He could help us.
You're talking about Dan, right? I'll talk to him. We should also fix the issue of communication between us. You gave me the speaker thing, but as far as I've checked, I can't exactly call you with it.
You need to be sure you wouldn't turn me in after the job was done.
Nah, you don't have to worry about that. As long as you don't cross the line.
Which is?
I guess we'll find out. As for the beeper situation, I got something for you too. In case I need your help again.
Let's see it.